great players, they have a great organization, and you tell them one thing.
Yo, what is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with another video. Instant game reaction from today's preseason game with the Las Vegas Raiders absolutely dominating the San Francisco 49ers. Yo, Raiders football is back. I understand it's only the preseason, but yo, before we know it, the regular season will be here. And as I said, the Las Vegas Raiders absolutely dominated the San Francisco 49ers, beating them 34-7. And the Raiders ultimately continued the trend that was going throughout the last 2 days of the joint practices, and that was they were physical, they dominated the 49ers, and the biggest thing, the defense continued to impress. They were able to create a lot of turnovers. And although I understand this is a preseason game and I'm not going to get super hyped over, I'm not going to, make some huge bold predictions out here that the Raiders are going to be a playoff contender, this and that, just from one preseason game. But at the end of the day, you have to play the players that are out there, and the Raiders showed a lot of impressive things out there. And really, when it comes to me, when it comes to the preseason, I don't really care too much about the final score, whether you got the victory or not, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you go 0-3 in the preseason or 3-0. But the biggest thing I'm looking for in the preseason is how our young players ultimately end up performing, how they end up looking. And the great news for the Raiders today was that a lot of our young players showed out there. A lot of these rookies played very well out there. As I said, the defense ultimately dominated this game. We ended up giving up 7 points, but if you look at it, that touchdown that we gave up should have been a clear interception by Duke Shelley. He was unable to make the catch, and that led to an unfortunate pass that landed right to the San Francisco 49ers receivers. But if you take that play out, the Raiders essentially shut out the 49ers. Our defensive line was very impressive today, with Neil Farrah Jr. in the nose tackle position, getting a huge run stuff on 4th and short. You got Jordan Willis playing on the edge, showing that he could be a very good depth piece on this defense, on this defensive line. He was able to get some pressure as well. You even got linebacker Amari Burney, who I thought was one of the players I was really interested to see today. He was able to create some pressure as well, get a sack, and also he should have had an interception. I mean, he did very well in that play, reading the coverage and reading the quarterback's eyes, but he was unable to make that catch. His hands failed him right there. You got linebacker Curtis Bolton punching the ball out. I really like to see stuff like that. You're seeing these players do certain things that are going to help generate turnovers, and that's really what this defense needs. So yeah, overall the defense played lights out today and continued to create turnovers like they've been doing so far in training camp. And jumping to the other side of the football, the offense as well did very good. The offense looked very sharp out there. Zamir White had 43 yards and 1 touchdown with that opening drive touchdown run. And really the man of the match when it comes to the offensive side of the football was quarterback Aidan O'Connell. What I really liked from Aidan O'Connell is today, now mind you, this is preseason, I understand that, but what I liked about him is he does not look like a rookie out there. I just really like the poise he displayed under center. I love the way he took command of that offense, and he, like I said, he played very well today. He was very accurate with the football, completing 15 and 18 throws for about like 180 yards and 1 touchdown pass. I just love the poise he had out there. And also too, if Trey Tucker was able to come up with that pass on the sideline, then Aidan O'Connell could have easily gone 16 of 18, which, that's deadly accurate. And another guy that looked pretty good out there was speedy slot wide receiver Trey Tucker. I just like what we saw from him. Unfortunately, he was unable to come up with that big play on the sideline. That was a tough call, man. I think it could have definitely gone either way. But regardless, you see what type of plays, what type of dynamic a guy like this can bring to this offense. He can stretch the defense out. He's got the speed, and he can most definitely add a nice little wrinkle to this offense that we have not seen in some time. Also, another running back that looked very good out there was running back Sincere McCormick with 2 touchdowns on the day. And last but not least, we got to give the credit to the offensive line. They did their job. They played very well today. They did a really good job protecting quarterback Aidan O'Connell back there, and they did an excellent job opening up the holes for the running backs. So just in general, in the offensive line and the defensive line, I like how these guys looked. Mind you, these guys are only the second stringers, the third stringers, but they look good out there. It just shows that on both sides of the football we have a lot of depth. If one guy will go out on the offensive line, it's not going to be the end of the world. We should have a guy that should be able to come in and step in for a couple weeks, and you're not going to see a huge drop off in the play. But overall, a lot of exciting stuff to see today. And as I said, the preseason is the preseason, but at the end of the day, you have to give the Raiders some credit. They look good out there. At the end of the day, you just got to play who's out there. And ultimately, like I said, I'm not too focused on the final score, but I'm just very excited that a good chunk of our young players look very good out there, with Aiden O'Connell looking good, Amari Burney too, showing some flashes, dropping back into coverage, able to get a sack as well. Trey Tucker out there looking good. Jacorian Bennett didn't play a whole lot, but when he did, he looked good out there. He made a nice tackle on special teams. The O-line did a great job up front as well. A couple of our running backs look good as well. Defensive tackle Neil Farrell did his job. Sam Webb was able to come up with an interception, and ultimately the defense was able to continue the trend that they've been showing the past couple weeks in training camp, and they were able to create so many different turnovers for this offense. Just in general, today was just a great performance. It was complimentary football. Defense was able to get turnovers. The offense was able to capitalize by getting touchdowns. But Raider Nation, those are my quick thoughts and opinions on today's game against the 49ers. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Which players were you guys most impressed with today? Let me know down below. That being said, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.